Opening. Do you ever wonder how your body maintains a delicate balance, responding to various changes both internally and externally? It's an intricate dance of communication, and two key players in this dance are the neural system and the endocrine system. Just as a symphony relies on the harmonious interaction of various instruments, our bodies rely on the coordinated efforts of these two systems. They jointly ensure that our physiological functions, from the beating of our hearts to the digestion of our food, are regulated and balanced. Now, let's consider the role of the endocrine system in this grand dance. Picture the endocrine system as a series of orchestral sections, each one made up of distinct instruments. These instruments are the endocrine glands, and they're unique in that they're ductless. So, what do these glandular instruments play? They play a symphony of hormones. These hormones are non-nutrient chemicals that act as intracellular messengers. They're created in trace amounts, yet they have a profound effect on the body's functioning. Imagine each hormone as a musical note. Alone, a note can be beautiful, but when played in harmony with other notes, it contributes to the creation of a complex, beautiful symphony. Similarly, each hormone, even though produced in minute quantities, plays a crucial role in the harmonious functioning of our bodies. And just like how a symphony would be incomplete without its conductor, our endocrine system needs a master regulator. This role is fulfilled by the hypothalamus, a part of the brain that bridges the gap between the endocrine system and the neural system. The hypothalamus is like the conductor of our hormonal symphony, ensuring each hormone is released at the right time, in the right amount, to play its part in the grand orchestration of our bodily functions. Closing. Now that we have a basic understanding of what endocrine glands and hormones are, let's delve a little deeper into the human endocrine system. It's time to meet the maestro of this remarkable symphony, the hypothalamus. Ever heard of the hypothalamus? It plays a crucial role in our endocrine system. Now let's take a closer look at this essential part of our body. The hypothalamus, a small but mighty player, is located at the basal part of the diencephalon of the forebrain. It's as if you took a tiny journey to the center of your brain, and there, nestled comfortably, is the hypothalamus. This small region is teeming with numerous secretory cells known as nuclei. These cells work tirelessly, producing hormones that send messages around your body to keep everything running smoothly. Now let's delve into the types of hormones it produces. One type is inhibiting hormones, also known as somatotrophins. But don't let the name fool you. These hormones aren't about inhibiting your body from doing its job. Instead, they are about maintaining balance. They inhibit or reduce the secretion of gonadotropins from the pituitary gland. This delicate balance is vital in regulating various body functions, such as growth and reproduction. Then we have the releasing hormones, also known as gonadotrophins releasing hormone. These hormones have a different mission. They stimulate the secretion of gonadotrophins from the pituitary gland. This action is like giving the green light for certain bodily functions to take place, like the production and release of eggs in females and sperm in males. You might be wondering, how do these hormones get around? They travel through a special route known as the portal circulatory system. This system is like a highway that allows these hormones to reach the pituitary gland, where they can influence its functions. So, we've learned that the hypothalamus produces different types of hormones that help regulate body functions. But how do these hormones reach their destination? Stay tuned to find out more about the journey of these hormones in our next segment. How do hormones travel from the hypothalamus to the rest of the body? Let's get into it. The hypothalamus is a small region at the base of our brain, and it's a crucial part of the endocrine system. It produces various hormones, but how do these hormones get to where they need to be? That's where the portal circulatory system comes into play. Imagine the portal circulatory system as a special delivery system. It's a network of blood vessels that link two organs directly. In this case, it connects the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland. This direct route allows hormones from the hypothalamus to reach the pituitary gland quickly and efficiently. The hypothalamus produces two types of hormones: inhibiting hormones and releasing hormones. Inhibiting hormones, also known as somatotrophins, put a stop to the secretion of gonadotrophins from the pituitary gland. On the other hand, releasing hormones, often referred to as gonadotrophins releasing hormone, encourage the pituitary gland to produce gonadotrophins. These hormones traverse the portal circulatory system to reach and regulate the functions of the anterior pituitary gland. The anterior pituitary is like the command center for several other glands in our body, controlling their hormone production. So you could say that the hypothalamus, through the portal circulatory system, has a controlling stake in these functions. But what about the posterior pituitary gland? Well, it's a bit different. The posterior pituitary is under the direct neural regulation of the hypothalamus. Instead of using the portal circulatory system, the hypothalamus sends signals down nerve pathways to control the hormones released by the posterior pituitary. In essence, the hypothalamus is like the conductor of an orchestra, with the pituitary gland as the first violinist. The hypothalamus sets the tempo, and the pituitary gland, in response, leads the rest of the endocrine system in creating the symphony of bodily functions. So, the hypothalamus, with the help of the portal circulatory system, regulates the pituitary gland, which in turn plays a significant role in our endocrine system. So, what have we learned today about chemical coordination and integration? We've embarked on an enlightening journey today, delving into the depths of the human body, exploring the intricate systems that help us function seamlessly. We started by understanding that our bodies are a symphony of systems working in harmony. Two key conductors of this orchestra are the neural and endocrine systems. Together, they coordinate and regulate our physiological functions, ensuring every note is hit perfectly, every rhythm maintained. We then moved on to learn about the endocrine glands, these remarkable ductless glands that secrete substances called hormones. These hormones are not nutrients, but act as messengers. They are produced in trace amounts, yet their impact is substantial. Their role is intracellular, carrying information and instructions from one set of cells to another. Our exploration then led us to the hypothalamus, a small but mighty part of our brain. Nestled at the basal part of the diencephalon of our forebrain, the hypothalamus produces numerous secretory cells known as nuclei. We learned that the hypothalamus can be described in two ways, based on the type of hormones it produces. The inhibiting hormones, also known as somatotrophins, inhibit secretion of gonadotrophins from the pituitary. On the other hand, releasing hormones, or gonadotrophins releasing hormone, stimulate the secretion of gonadotrophins from the pituitary. These hormones travel from the hypothalamus to the pituitary gland through a portal circulatory system and regulate functions of the anterior pituitary. Meanwhile, the posterior pituitary is under the direct neural regulation of the hypothalamus. Understanding these systems and processes is crucial to understanding how our bodies maintain balance and respond to changes. So keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, every bit of knowledge brings you one step closer to understanding the amazing world within us.